Kristal Wick here with Artbeads Cafe and Cynthia.
Hi, Kristal.
Fabulous designers. Cynthia,
Thank you.
we are here to share with you our bonkers over bezels, okay? Bonkers over bezels, right? Because
Yes.
we have gone bonkers over bezels, right?
We do. I think everyone uses bezels in this office.
Yes.
We cannot stop.
No. So we want you to come down this path with us. So Cynthia, show us everything that you've done. Look at all this.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I would
love
love
this.
to start with the ring that you made. I think this is one of the most beautiful rings
Oh,
I've
thank
seen.
you.
It is so pretty.
It's a pretty one, I gotta say. I loved making it. As much fun as wearing it.
Yes. And I love that you use a mica powder. And would you mind telling a little about that?
Well, it's so funny because, you know, I used epoxy clay here, I believe Cerulean, and it comes in lots of different colors. But sometimes I like it to be even shinier than the clay is, so I use mica powder, and all you do is brush it on with a soft brush, a little paintbrush, while the clay is still wet.
So that's important. The clay has
to be wet or it won't stick. So it's mica powder is little teeny tiny pieces of powder. And so it needs to stick. And then you let it dry, let it completely dry. I leave it overnight. Then take another brush, another soft brush, and just brush off the excess. Doesn't affect the crystals or the clay. And then you're left with this, it's a sheen, a real shimmery sheen on top of the clay. It's gorgeous. So
it is.
if you like a lot of bling, and we do, that's a fun little technique there. So
this is an amazing ring. I love it. I love the colors. I think it's really, really beautiful. Yes. And then we have this other ring on the side, completely different.
Yeah.
It's square also. I really like it. And with big stones. Why not?
Love it. Of course. Why not?
Why not having fun with that?
And sometimes you have like your little orphan stones at home where you have one and you don't know what you're going to do with it, but it's so good you can't get rid of it, right? Perfect for these bezels.
Yes, you can mix and match. It's really cool. And this one here, I had to show it. That was made by my daughter.
Oh, that's so cute.
And I thought what she did was very original. She made a dome out of the clay.
I like that.
And then she put the crystal on it.
And that's the navette shape of crystals? Oh,
yes, I thought that was really cute.
It's very clever.
Really smart.
Oh, love it.
So let me go with other bezels too, because
yeah, we can just stay here all day because they're so fun. But yeah, we love the rings.
Well, you have those kind of bezel also, so they empty in the back, but that doesn't mean that you cannot put clay on it.
I love that. Okay.
So the way how to do it, you have to tape the back of the ring of the bezel.
Great.
You put your clay in it, and when it's dry, you just take the tape out, and
That's a good technique for epoxy clay and for resin if there's an open backed bezel, because a lot of people don't think they can use an open backed bezel for anything liquid or clay. Just use packing tape and make sure it's nice and secure. Like I burnish it, rub it, you know, burnishing is like when you put it on the back, rub it really hard against the surface so that all the corners are sealed. Because if you put anything liquid in there and something's not sealed, you have a mess to clean up. That's not fun. The clay gets all over. So this is such a great idea because I think people don't realize they can do that with all these beautiful filigrees.
Exactly. And like you said, we have so many beautiful filigrees, and let's use them and not being stopped by that. So and the technique you just described was used on this pendant too. And what I like is the designer put inside a dry flower.
Nice.
And then put the resin on top of it.
That's such a good idea.
And again, this is an open.
Look at that.
An open bezel.
Beautiful, easy to make.
Yes, it's beautiful. Then we have those. So what I did with those, I selected some pictures and I reduced them on my computer on smaller size, and then I print them.
And just on your printer. And now, and if you do that technique, when you print out a little picture like that, or any picture that you're going to use, you want to seal it first. Because people skip that part. They don't think it matters. Oh,
it's a must.
Sad. Yeah. Because what happens is the resin will seep into the paper and turn everything dark, and you can't see the picture. So it's very sad.
And I'm sure you're like me, you throw away some that were destroyed like that.
Oh yeah. That's how we learn that. Don't do that.
So for the pictures, you can use some bezels that have a very shallow bottom.
Yes.
But you can also use some clay.
Nice.
So this is exactly the same depth inside the bezel, but I thought,
so
hey,
cute.
what about putting some clay
And it's
also?
so dainty. I mean, it's
Yes.
just a whole different look. I love that.
Exactly.
Ah.
Here we had some
Wow,
fun
look at that.
with a lot of Swarovski and
Ooh.
sparkle. And I love this one, how she used the wire here to put on the crown. I think it's
Gosh,
such a great
look at
idea.
that. That is such a really unusual application.
Yes.
Nice thinking
Yes.
to add 3 dimension to your piece by having little wires poking out from the crown. Oh my gosh, I love that.
And all those
Sweet.
little drops
Ooh,
also
look at
here.
those.
She just
You just
hug them.
Yeah, you just
inside.
stick them in. Oh,
Yeah.
so cute.
So the same way she did here, I think it's really, really
That's
cute
really pretty.
also.
Yeah, that's a good one. And I love too here how you have all the different elements and then a dangle off the bottom, which adds another
Yes.
texture to it. Oh, cute.
And this one I love also because you have one big piece in the middle. Then she put a lot of crystal around it, and inside the flower,
Love
a
it.
ball of clay with tons of crystal again. That's
That's
such a great idea.
That's a great idea and an easy technique.
Yes.
Because that's one piece right there. That's all it is.
Yes,
The flower.
exactly.
Oh, that's so fun.
This is a piece that I really like.
This is maybe my favorite ever on the planet. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful.
So this piece is made with different pieces. This is here, this is one bezel, and it's a link. And it's completely open, right?
Open back to bezel.
It's a big ring.
Yeah, it is.
What I did, I put here another piece in the back.
So you put a filigree on the back of it,
Yes.
which is a great idea, and you mixed colors, I noticed.
Oh, I love mixing colors.
So do I.
Yeah,
It's such a nice effect.
exactly, it gives a lot of texture to the pieces. So I put first the flat component, then the bezel, and then I put the tape and all of
Nice.
it before I put my clay.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
So you have to put quite a lot of clay to fit it.
I would
but,
say, yeah. That's a
but at the
big
same
ol'-
time, I mean, I love this piece.
Oh,
I
it's
think
gorgeous.
really
It's
beautiful.
very, I don't know, it's very steampunky.
Yes,
Very. Look at all the
I-
metals you use in there and the little gears and the.
I have to
gadgets
say,
and-
if I could do steampunk all day, I will do steampunk all day.
There are a lot of people that agree with you. They love the steampunk.
Yes.
Oh gosh.
And this piece
look at
also, this is made, that was made by Sherry, and it's
So
just
pretty.
beautiful. So it's the same technique that she did for the other pendant with the flowers and the ball
Nice.
inside. But then she finished with a necklace, and I love how she tied all the colors together
Very pretty.
and added some more crystal everywhere.
Yeah.
It's
The
really
little
fun.
dangles really pull in all that, the bling.
Yes.
Oh,
it's
so
beautiful.
gorgeous.
One thing that I missed is this little pendant here. So I would like to talk about this one. You know how sometimes you pour your resin and it makes bubbles.
Oh, yes.
And to get rid of the bubbles, you can push them
Mm-hmm.
away or you can poke them also. And sometimes the bubble will make a hole.
Yes.
And there is no way you can do anything. So what I did is I put a little crystal on top of it.
So was that a chaton or a flat back?
A flat back.
So you just glued that right on top.
Yes. And you
And look,
cannot
it
see
looks
my mistake.
perfect. That's a great tip because all of you using resin, this will happen to you at least once.
Oh, yes.
You think every bubble is gone, there cannot be another bubble, and then you come back the next day and you're like, oh,
Exactly. So always
perfect.
think a flat back, you can glue
Nice.
it
Add
above
another
it and-
element.
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
And it looks like I did that in purpose, right?
Yes. Yes, she did. She meant to do that. I love it. Well, as you can see, this is why we're bonkers over Bezels, right?
Yes.
Very fun, Cynthia. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Cynthia, it's time for Kristal Wick's picks, and my pick this time is click. I like to say it, and I like to do it. Click, 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 click. It's really fun, simple, very easy. We have some really great samples, so let's talk
Yes.
about it.
Yes. So what is really fun is you have some bezel that you can embellish, and here Sherry made this beautiful bezel
So fun. Look, imagine
with some
your
flat
ring.
backs. And she did this technique also that you talk about with the mica powder.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
it.
why this is sparkly also. But then what you can do is you can use them on different components.
That's so cool.
So let's say today I want to have a ring, and hey, what about the pendant that match? So you put this one on the pendant.
And it just snaps in, right?
It just snaps and you can take it out.
Wow.
So
you
then
can mix and match.
yes. The next day you think, oh, what about if I use them as earrings?
Mm-hmm.
So take them out and put them on earrings.
That's really fun.
And then we have those bracelets, they're really fun too.
Yeah, I love this with the leather. So that's a whole different look. And again, the same components click in and take off. Oh my goodness, that's so fun.
Let me show you how easy it is. You just grab that, you put it, and you click.
That's fun.
And that's it. And then you take them out and you do it with something else. And we have bigger size too.
Right.
Bigger pendant.
Oh, great.
And what I love is you have different depth of bezel.
Yeah, I can see this is a deeper depth, so you could do something with maybe epoxy clay if you wanted to, and resin. And this is a little more narrow than that one is, but they all work in the same component. That's so cool.
Yes. So can you imagine how many
Hundreds.
pieces of yes? You can make.
We need to get started right now.
That's true.
I love it.
Yes,
Oh,
it's
very
a really
cute.
fun line.
Very
I
fun.
think it's great.
Cool. Cynthia, one of our viewers writes in, how do I set chatons in epoxy clay? And as you know, I have a little bit of experience with that. We've been talking about setting bezels and doing all this fun stuff. And so some of the techniques that I'm going to talk about right now are in my book, Foxy Epoxy, all about epoxy clay. And I've got to say, really exciting. One of my favorite epoxy clay techniques is, of course, setting chatons in them, but the epoxy clay I love is Cerilone. It's a Swarovski product, and it's been coming in this large size, very large size for a long time. Well, we have a new one, and they come in these small sizes. And it's just enough to get you going. It's not that expensive. It's good for quite a few projects so that you can get a bunch of different colors if you want, and you can try it out without, breaking your piggy bank.
Because they look small, but you can still do many projects.
You can make so many more things than you think. I'm telling a lot more. And again, it's a 2-part mix, so it's 2-part clay. You mix the equal parts of A and B together, mix it together, and then make your project. And all the instructions of how to mix this and everything, we have them on our website. They're in my book, so it's not that hard. So let's have a little girdle talk.
Okay.
Instead of girl talk. I had to say that. Okay, with the chaton, there is some structure to it that's important when you're putting it in your epoxy clay.
Okay.
And this part right underneath here, I have my big fancy stone here to show you. This is the girdle. Right underneath the lip is the girdle. Okay. And the girdle has to be completely immersed into the epoxy clay so that it can hold it. Now, if you only bring it up to here, it can pop out after the epoxy clay is dry.
Oh,
and that happens to a lot of people, and they don't realize that, and they think that there's a problem with the clay. It's not true. It's you didn't have it in properly. The chaton was not placed all the way in. So you want it to go all the way up to the lip, not over the lip, because if it's over the lip, then you lose a whole bunch of the brilliance that goes on with this edge here of your chaton. Okay, and you want it to be, placed flat into the clay so that it's the clay goes all the way evenly around the girdle.
So you do have to put a little pressure when you push it in.
Exactly. Okay. A little pressure when you push it in. Again, we love to use our crystal katana tool to push things in, which is really nice with chatons. Love that. That's easy, and it gives it a nice even push. Because again, when you push them into your clay, it's easy to get crooked and cockeyed. And when you start having pieces like this, where they're covered in chatons, your eyes go a little bling, 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 bling. So you can get a little dizzy. So it's one good thing to remember when you push them in, that you want them to be firmly pushed in. And again, right on up to this lip here, get the entire girdle of the chaton in the clay. And then leave it alone, walk away. Come back tomorrow. It'll be all set. Ready to wear. Very fun.
That's a great tip.
Yeah, I think so. A lot of people get confused with that, so I wanted to clarify.
Okay, good. I have a question.
Yes.
Can I take this?
No. I don't care that it's your favorite color, Cynthia. I know it's your favorite color, but I would like to know what necklace you would make out of it. Isn't that fun?
It is really cool.
It's really fun. It's not real, so all of you, it's not real. Okay, just a second. Anyway, fun Artbeads Cafe. Thank you for joining us. We had all kinds of fun things to talk about,
We
blingy
did.
and otherwise. And again, don't forget to sign up for our newsletter and our YouTube channel so we can let you know when we have a new Artbeads Cafe. As always, happy beading!